in our chat.
They're litigious, so I won't say anything.
We are live. Hello and welcome to Talk Chef. I am one of your hosts, Reika.
I'm your other host, Jordan.
And I'm your guest.
Uh-oh. Say it.
Oh, I'm your guest, Sam. Hello.
And how long have you been
Oh,
here?
sorry. And I've been here actually just about 10 minutes or so. That's how long warm-up was. Oh, I'm sorry, the whole time.
Oh, there you got your little quote. We have the incredible Sam Reich of College Humor here, guys. We're so excited. Sam, if you didn't know, is a Top Chef head, much like us. Sam and I are in a Top Chef bracket, which I choose not to check because it gives me anxiety.
It's true.
It's beautiful.
We each put in $10,000.
We each put in $10,000 and yeah, like a deed to our homes. I own my home.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, she couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it. Me, I can afford this home. Yeah.
So I do feel like Reika, instead of checking on her her thing, what's it called? I can't remember how to say it today. Yes, on your bracket, you do just text me about how nervous the bracket makes you.
What's stupid is I know how I'm doing because I know who I voted for in the bracket and I know who's eliminated.
How are you doing, actually?
Oh my God, we're going to bring this up. Okay, fine. 2 of my people are gone already.
Oh, Reika, I'm so sorry.
Wait, that's actually embarrassing to the show, Reika.
But wait, can I just say who's in my bracket?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I think
obviously.
Gabe is going to take the whole thing. I put Gabe in my phone. Not Gabriel.
Not Gabriel. Okay, I was shocked.
Okay. I think Gabe's going to take it. I put Sarah up there because I think she's going to have a big growth moment.
Sarah is in my number 3 spot.
And then I put Shota because I love him and I think he's incredible.
Yeah.
Shota's in mine as well.
And I had Nelson on there because I was so blown away by him the first 2 episodes. And then I also had Kiki because I think Congo food is something I've never seen on the show and I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, who's the first person you just said?
Nelson.
I had Nelson as well.
Okay.
And before getting a full taste of his personality, I had Gabriel.
I mean, he came in hot with that intro up top saying he had worked for Tom Colicchio. He's a local. But you know what?
Yeah.
Historically, locals don't particularly do well. Thinking about Top Chef New Orleans, the locals are out pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
I don't think,
I agree. Locals haven't done well. We'll get into it because I want to get our little order of business out of the way.
Sorry.
Order of business. You guys know this is a charity live stream. You know it and you love that. So this season is no different. Okay, you might have thought, hey, maybe it's different. It's not different. So this season we are raising money for Heart of Dinner, which is a charity that does grocery delivery assistance to elderly Asian communities in New York City. An incredible organization. We are hoping to beat our record for Hollywood Food Coalition this season. We raised like $1,500 or something for Hollywood Food Coalition last season. Let's see if we
awesome.
Let's freaking go, guys.
Do it. Throw down.
Listen, before I was like, are we gonna do it? We're gonna do it. I just know we're gonna do it. So if you're interested in donating to Heart of Dinner, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can Venmo at JORDANMYR1CK. That's Jordan's Venmo. It's in the chat. It's in the description. And she'll tally it all up at the end of the season and we'll see how much we donated. If you're like, no, guys, I want that tax write-off, you can donate yourself and then send us a little receipt if you want it part of the tally. And then if you want the third option, that's the fuck Top Chef option and fuck Talk Chef option, you can donate on your own and not tell us.
And if you do give money to Jordan, I just want to confirm what she's definitely not doing is going and putting that money in Top Chef brackets, hoping that it will return rewards that she can then.
No one has to work. I am not in this bracket, and the money goes straight to me, to my Venmo, and then we donate it and share a receipt. If you have further questions than that, you can email Hollywood Food Coalition, and they will
confirm. And if you have a question about if Sam and I really do have a Top Chef bracket that I am really scared about, you can also message either of us about that.
Absolutely.
And Mike Trapp is in it too. And Trapp has said he's not going to check his until Restaurant Wars. And I get it. We're not the type of people that should have.
He knows who's in his bracket. That's what you guys are. It's like
Jordan.
But we don't know enough about brackets.
I don't know enough about math to know. I don't know if they're adding it every week or if each week it resets.
Okay.
I know. I mean, like, if it were only, it's sports is the problem. Sports is the big hole in my knowledge. I've never done that.
Sports is a huge hole.
Yeah.
As a rule, sports is a hole. So yeah, that info is in the chat. It's in the description if you want to donate. Second order of business, I gotta say, Sam came on fucking ready to roll. He knew, this is not a surprise to him, that just like every episode of Top Chef has a quick fire, so does every episode of Talk Chef.
Yep.
And that's why he's studied. He's gonna get he said, I'm gonna get all the answers right. And we said, okay. So just to remind our viewers of the stakes of this isn't some bullshit, we're a weirdo live stream that has no stakes. No.
That would be stupid.
That would be stupid. We have stakes because if you complete this quickest quickfire in all of Top Chef history, 45 seconds. Okay.
45 seconds is the time to beat?
No, 45 seconds is all the time you have.
Oh God. Okay. That is nothing.
Yes.
And you have to cook Dover sole.
Yeah. What the time to beat is. The current time to beat does belong to Brennan.
Yes.
Of course it does.
But it actually sort of belongs to Allie because Brennan's answers were wrong.
We're a lie.
Oh, okay. We're a lie. Oh, because they're personal questions. So he just said whatever off the top.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. He said a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. And, it's kind of like, I'm not going to honor it.
Yeah.
So if you win, you actually get some prizes. The first prize is a deed to the Terlato wine vineyard. It's actually located in the center of the earth. It's got gorgeous dead trees everywhere, delicious burnt grapes. The smallest bottle is 45,000 gallons. And that's actually incidentally the smallest size of glass you can get too.
You did say deed, D-E-E-D, like legal.
Deed to the winery.
Yeah.
Wow.
It kind of gets passed around like a library book or something. Like nobody really wants it. Nobody knows who's the origin of it. It's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, it's like a spirit stick. If anyone went to like a cheerleading camp, it's kind of good luck, but it's also kind of bad luck.
Yeah.
You would figure that the sheer value of the land would eclipse anything to do with the wine.
That's interesting because actually the land actually it's gonna cost you. It's a little bit of like when you win a game show and you have to pay taxes on it.
Yes.
So this land has no inherent value, but it does actually cost you.
And I'll also say this: it's a stretch to call it land.
Land, more like sand.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
You're lucky if you can step without falling through. So that's the first prize. The second prize is your own suite of broken GE appliances. We're talking about ovens that drop temperature, fryers that never get up to temp. Ooh,
yes,
baby, just like on the show.
I'm sure I could scam some people in Facebook Marketplace.
I mean, that's where Top Chef gets theirs equipment from, so it's incredible. So, Sam, are you ready for your quick fire?
I'm ready. Can I keep my eyes closed? Okay.
Sure.
I'm ready.
Can I keep my eyes closed?
Absolutely. Wow, kind of it's like he's in a sensory deprivation tank almost.
Yes, but with
I just want to hear your
annoying
voice.
Women. Yeah.
People just screaming.
Okay. Your timer will start from the moment Jordan finishes saying question 1. Are you ready?
Fantastic. I am ready.
Okay. Wow. I'm sorry guys, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to see my timer.
Okay, Reika, you can just keep time. We'll trust you.
Okay.
Okay. Mushrooms, fungi, or huge lie?
Huge lie.
Best mushroom.
Shiitake.
Cooking on a stump, dumb or a good challenge?
Dumb.
Surf or turf?
Surf.
Best surf and turf combo.
Lobster and beef.
Double eliminations are
exciting.
Is Gabriel bad or is everyone over exaggerating?
He's bad.
Would going right into a quick fire from an elimination challenge help you or hurt you?
Hurt
you.
Would you leave Top Chef because of an injury?
Yes.
How awesome are Jordan and Reika?
The best. 39.76. Oh my God, wait.
We cannot see it.
Sorry. No, please show up. Wait, hold on.
39.76. Wow, fans in the chat who keep score of the times, put it down.
Yes.
Sam, you're one of our few winners.
You're one of our few winners. Absolutely incredible work, Sam. I love the dedication. I love the focus. Incredible. And I want to talk about one little point of contention I already can sense. Jordan.
Yes.
See Sam on Gabriel.
Oh, well, this is what I'll say. I think we're going to talk about the mushrooms thing. What I'll say about Gabriel is that I think he's annoying in the way that a lot of male chefs are annoying. I think through the episodes that he's had so far, he has been humbled somewhat. And I do think, unless he's doing a lot of stuff off screen that we're not seeing that is very bad, I think the edits are trying to make him the villain because this season doesn't have a strong villain like some past seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, is he really all that bad? We'd have to know so much more personal about the guy.
Absolutely.
I can say, and I was going to talk about this later, like I judge his foie dish because I judge anyone who uses foie. And we can save it, but it's like something about the type of person who I imagine him to be and the decision to make that foie dish, like really converged. And I was like, oh, I think there's some toxic masculinity coursing through this guy's veins.
Absolutely. I love that.
I think he get out of here.
No, I agree with that though. Like what you're saying really makes sense to me. Like the choice to make foie, just foie, feels like a very toxic masculine trait.
Yeah.
In a mushroom challenge.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I think Elaine is basically saying what I was about to say, where like they're saying he's like the subtle kind of bad. I'm like, yes, this is like a guy where like if your friend was dating him, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, get out of there. But you're you're stuck in a room with him. You're like, what's up?
Yeah, you would talk some shit about him to your significant other, and you would show up to the wedding, and you would like hear and everything, and then you would like on the drive on the way home, you'd be like, "How long do you think this is gonna last?"
And you're like, hey, don't be rude. As long as she's happy, one of those.
I am not a Gabriel apologist. I just want to make it clear.
Sure.
I just think that the editors are reaching a little bit this season.
I think that's fair. Yes, and I think he's sort of on this spectrum of like uppercase W weenie to lowercase W weenie, and he's kind of oscillating there. And like when he's lowercase weenie, it's just like a little normal, just like he doesn't quite fit in with the other chefs. And then when he's uppercase, he's like, I was Tom Colicchio's son.
I need to interrupt you. Who on Top Chef has been the most uppercase weenie we've had so far on Top Chef?
Philip, Frank and Lee.
Interesting. Okay, and then interesting. Okay, we'll talk about this. Who is the most lowercase weenie?
Oh, it's either uppercase is either Philip. No, because Alex is a straight up pervert. Okay, so lowercase.
No, Alex needs to be.
Alex
sent to Mars with Elon Musk. He is not.
Not
be like
yeah. Wait, Sam, you can answer if you have.
Just an idea. It's more like we're brainstorming. We're blue skying. Who's a weenie? Malarkey.
Malarkey is a good lowercase
weenie. But I would argue that Philip is lowercase weenie because I don't think he's a bad dude. He's just whiny and like lame.
Okay.
But I think he's like nice enough. I just think he's kind of like clueless and too bougie for me. But I would say Stefan is an uppercase weenie. Because I'm like, you're pretentious, you're annoying, you're not that good at cooking.
What's interesting about the weenie scale is I almost think that Stefan is too mean to even be on the weenie scale.
I see. That's fair.
But I guess weenie is also, flexible. What's weenie to me may not be weenie to you. Like
it's like the color green. Like who knows if we're seeing the same.
Right. Is it blue? Is it green? Is it weenie? Is it not? Yeah. Is it mean? Is it mean?
That's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, I have another question. Sam, you said mushrooms, huge lie, not fungi, fun guy. You don't like mushrooms?
I think I was reacting more to the pun.
It was actually your writing, Jordan.
Best.
And if I could also give you a note, Jordan, I just feel like the delivery was like weird and like, I don't know. That's something you might want to like.
Okay, this is what I'll say. Our fans don't know this, but I am just as nervous doing the quick fires as the guest is. I have to talk so fast, which I already do, but I try to make sure that I'm being so clear so they don't miss any information. So I too am nervous.
To your credit, you're very clear.
You're very clear.
Clear asker. As a host myself, very well done.
Thank you so much.
With the hosting.
Ooh, I want to bring up on the Gabriel front, Amy brought up a wonderful point, which is Gabriel's lack of compromise sometimes pegs people as a villain, but also compromising is what gets people eliminated and sometimes messes people up a lot.
Yeah,
it's a tough balance. Being on a show like this is not for the faint of heart. If you ever want to see the absolute biggest train wreck of a show, watch Top Chef Just Desserts season 1. It's on Bravo TV. The first 4 episodes, if you thought the Top Chef season 1 reunion was uncomfortable, oh baby. It's
what happened to Top Chef Just Desserts?
Ooh, no one knows.
It lasted 2 seasons. A multitude of things happen. So in season 1, I will tell you in the first 4 episodes, someone just self-eliminates and is like, I don't like being here.
I'm going home.
I'm going home.
Oh, no.
In the first half of the first act of episode 1, one woman has a large bandage across her forehead. Whatever. I didn't even think anything of it until I read, and I that was because a camera fell on her during production and she's not allowed to talk about it. So that's just on her forehead for the whole show.
They just straight up don't address it.
Bye. In episode 4, a man who seems pretty unwell most of the episodes has a breakdown and gets taken away in an ambulance.
Oh, no.
There is someone who later on is charged with 3 counts of child pornography.
Oh, God. Oh,
is the runner up, and he's misogynistic the whole way through. So, he sucks. And then you find that out and you're like, oh my God.
This reminds me, there's a season of Survivor where 3 people are taking out in stretchers in one challenge because they all have heat stroke. And you're like, at that point, it's not about them. It's about the show. It's about the challenge. There was something wrong.
Yes.
Here to ask these people to do this, you know?
Yes, exactly.
There's so many reality shows where it's like, it's just like, why? How is that still a show, or how do we let it go on for so long? I think of like America's Next Top Model.
Absolutely.
The things that those girls were made do.
The Biggest Loser. Oh my God.
The Swan.
The Swan. I was just looking up the Swan like 3 days ago because I remind myself of how horrifying it is.
It took me so long to get into Drag Race, I think, because that was my impression that like reality shows were, or competition shows were, this exploitative. And then I watched Drag Race and I was converted.
Yes, absolutely insane. So why mushrooms? Yes, you think we hated Jordan?
No, but I like mushrooms. I'm not eating mushrooms at the moment because of some food allergies we're going to talk about exclusively here before anywhere else.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first. Sam is dropping his new list of allergies on this show.
That's right.
No joke.
I
went to the allergist. I just came back an hour ago. That's how fresh these allergies are.
Listen, this is not shit you're going to find on Spotify. You're not going to see this shit on fucking iTunes. This is the shit that is dropping tonight on this live stream.
This is even,
incredible. So we'll touch base with those allergies sometime later in this episode. And
hey, also what I'll say is I think this could be fun. Sam, if we go, when we're going through dishes, if there's an ingredient that you recently found out you're allergic to, let us know.
That's like the jacket, the CD jacket, right? That says the names of the songs. Just kind of pepper those throughout.
It's like a game show where someone says the magic word, like the horn goes off and the confetti goes off.
You're allergic to this.
I literally, this list is so fresh that I'm going to have to remind myself what I'm allergic to.
Not if it's too much pressure, but just, hey, if you remember, shout it out.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get into this. We're also going to get to some questions people are popping up in the chat from. First question, actually, just before we start, is where are you from, Sam?
Oh, Reich. My show, particular format. We did a different format. You asked me again. So we knew we were not safe. And then I come on your show. You asked me again.
Yeah.
Switch the host and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times per day I'm tweeted this? I'm texted this.
Okay, just answer then fucking answer it.
I am from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I will never live this down.
Okay, Jordan, I think he's being super weird. What do you think?
So here's the thing. When we have a college humor guest on, I ultimately don't understand what's happening, even though I am friends with all of them. Like,
yes.
Lily Dew is my best friend. I'm friends with Teo and have known him for years. Sam is great. Allie's great. Like, anyone we've had, I'm friends with and know in real life. But as soon as we start talking college humor, I'm just confused. So I guess for anyone in the chat and also me, Sam, what's going on?
Well, Sam, he's not going to explain it right. I guess the backstory is really that, like, there's this weird thing where, like, Sam's pretty cagey about, like, where he's from. And so people have just been asking on his show and in the chat, and people are just like, where are you from? And he gets you saw how, like, fucking weird and upset he got. And then he tells you begrudgingly, and then, like, maybe someone forgets and asks him. And then he's, like, fucking weird about it again.
Jordan, my take on this is a little different, but most arguments are, two sides to every story. So we did an episode of Game Changer where literally at the beginning of every single prompt, I think Reika's response was at first to ask me where I was from. Then it became sort of a meme. It took on a life of its own. We did another episode of the show, completely different game format. She did the same thing. Okay. Just to dig the dagger in a little bit.
Sure, she's a troll.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
That's so back, Jake, in a mirror.
Jordan, that's so validating.
Listen,
Thank you.
Reika with all my heart. I'll pick Reika up at the airport. I'll do anything Reika needs. Reika is a little bit of a troll. That's her sense of humor.
Yes.
And I respect it, but I also know it's true.
I don't think most people realize. I don't think people realize just what an imp she is. You know?
Yeah. Let me tell you right now, if you received as many pictures of Shrek's penis as I have from Reika, you would know that she's a little bit trolly sometimes. And that's the truth.
Okay, Jordan, the things I send you about our mutual interests are private. Incredible. Let's get into
the double meaning of troll in that context.
I'm a troll and Shrek's a troll. Okay, our quick fire is to cook mushrooms on a stump. Okay. An incredible quick fire, something that could have been totally normal. We're in Portland. There's a lot of different varieties of mushrooms. And then we kind of add this little and do it on a stump. All the stumps are different sizes. Pick your stump.
Yeah, I imagine that there's an intern where they're like, Brian, pitch an idea. And it's like his first time he's getting to pitch anything. And he's like, they cook on a stump. And they're like, okay, yeah, whatever, we'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then someone had to go to some stump house, prop barn, and get tall stump, short stump, fat stump.
There was some regional theater production of Into the Woods that had to have all of their stumps removed that night.
It's so very, very goofy. And I feel bad because I think even as a short person, it would really hurt my back to, be leaning over something that short and doing that. And then all those people are like taller than me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually, as a tall person, I would have just sat on the floor and straddled the stump and cooked like that.
Ooh.
So you're taking up some of the surface area there, but it doesn't matter because your leverage is better.
No. I would have sat on the floor and
sat on the floor.
I think
I thought you meant sat on the stump.
I might even.
You could do that too, but I'm not. What I'll say is, I'm not as a tall person trying to stand and use the stump. That is a fool's errand, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I think this challenge is half cool, half goofy.
Mm-hmm.
And here are the dishes people made. So Chris made fried chicken of the woods mushrooms with a mushroom ranch and a mushroom barbecue sauce. What do you think?
I gotta try mushroom ranch.
I'll preface this by saying so many people went for the variation on the fried mushroom.
Yes.
And anyone who did was judged almost for me by a higher standard than anyone who didn't.
Yes.
You know?
I agree. Especially because there were so many types of mushrooms on that table, and I feel like only like maybe a third of them got used. Shota made a mushroom katsu with a katsu sauce. That sounds great. And Shota is a katsu restaurant, right?
Yeah, that's right. I think if you're going to do fried mushroom, like call it something that it's not, like get inspired by another cuisine, another dish.
Incredible veg option.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that
in Portland at this sushi restaurant that I can't think of what it's called, but I think it's called Bamboo something. I don't know if anyone's from Portland, but it's this amazing sushi restaurant in Portland. There's a couple of them, and they source only like local seafood to make their sushi, but they do a mushroom karage dish.
Ooh.
It was incredible. So if anyone is in Portland, go eat that.
Yum, yum.
I like mushrooms so much. Okay, Abishar made fried chicken of the woods with a mushroom cream. I think you're right, Sam. Like all these are sort of blending together. Like if I would try one fried chicken,
like the not here, but like
45-degree angle.
45 degrees.
Yeah,
I agree. Gabriel made seared foie gras with white chanterelles, oyster mushrooms, and roasted figs. So this is your foie gras, excuse me. I can't see one thing that I get nervous about. Jordan gets nervous about the quick fire. I get nervous about reading the dishes because I can say foie gras, but when I look at it, because it's not a word I like read a lot, I will say foie gras and correct myself. And I do get really self-conscious about it. Like last week, I couldn't say like a name of like a Japanese preparation of something. And
yes, this is why you type everything phonetically.
This is why I begged Jordan to let us do the show as a typed show.
And I just couldn't do it because I'm not good at reading. But I do apologize, Reika, for laughing at you.
No,
it's funny to me because I know you know how to say foie gras. So I know you say it wrong, and then your internal monologue is like,
dumbass. You better work it. I will literally be like, work it into the sentence again so you can say it right the second time.
Wait, Reika, do you actually think it's foie gras? It's foie gras.
Shut the fuck up, Sam. Honestly, if it was foie gras, that is fun. That's too fun for foie gras. That sounds fine to me. I'm interested in trying mushrooms Gabriel has prepared because he's such like a mush guy, fun guy.
Yes.
Yes, I'll give that a thumbs up, but I feel the same thing you said about the foie gras as well.
Well, this isn't like fake foie that he's made, right? This is this is real foie.
But that's a good idea though, to make like a mushroom pate.
I think
into a foie gras, if you could. That's a good idea, Sam.
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
I should be a contestant Top Chef who just shouts ideas.
Yeah.
In the sidelines.
Backseat driving.
Yes, exactly. Let me be the ratatouille. I'm not sure which part of that operation I would be if I could cook.
Ratatouille is a huge name on this show. We love talking about Remy.
Yes.
Oh, nice. It's my nephew's name is Remy.
Oh. After the rat?
After the rat. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, for me, like foie is a very controversial thing in general.
Sure.
And I think, like, especially, I mean, I know a bunch of foodies love it, especially with a challenge that's supposed to be focused on mushrooms, where mushrooms are sort of essentially supposed to be the star of the show. It strikes me as so aggressive to have something so controversial be the star of your dish. But boy, did it work out for him.
Oh, baby. It did. Speaking of another dish that people liked, Dawn made wood fire roasted mushrooms with tarragon, mascarpone, and a chili vinaigrette.
I love tarragon. I discovered tarragon like recently.
Guys, that's a hint. He's not allergic to tarragon.
Or this episode's about to get real sad.
Yeah. But the doctor said that's the one thing that will kill me.
It'll kill me, yeah.
Incredible. Sarah made chicken of the woods schnitzel.
I love this. I think this was my favorite of the fried mushrooms.
I think that's a cool use of that.
My question is, are chicken of the woods mushrooms best to fry? Or are people trying to use them for that just to do kind of a fried chicken play? Because it seems like that was the main type of mushroom that got fried, and I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, I don't know. If anyone's a mushroom fiend, get at us in the chat and tell us, is this the best thing to fry from this table? Gabe, switching it up, made a chanterelle taco with mushroom bouillon tortilla and a fig chili Meyer lemon jam.
All our favorite things. Chili, fig, Meyer lemon. I would eat dog food out of this man's hands.
Absolutely.
This sounded incredible.
Again, if you're not following Gabe's Instagram, those videos are piping hot.
Woo!
Get on it. Truly, he could put dog shit in a tortilla. I'm like, yeah, I'll eat this.
Yum, yeah.
It's Gabe.
Wait, holy shit, wait. Let me write that down.
Well, here's, if Gabe fed the dog, then absolutely, you know?
Oh.
Like, Gabe feeds the dog, the shit comes out of the dog, then.
Yes, I eat that. Shit. That's puree.
That's 2 levels of Gabe. That's
puree. Yeah, exactly. That dog's like a little sausage grinder.
Yeah.
Okay, get at us in the chat if you would also eat that. Okay. If you would eat something out of Gabe's dog's ass. Okay.
Everyone simultaneously leaves.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay, we're down to 1 viewer, and it's me.
Yeah.
Okay. Nelson made salted crab with chanterelle and oyster mushrooms. I think this is a bad description. Like,
I think this was a good dish. I'm sorry, Nelson. I love Nelson, but I think he seemed a little pressed for time. It didn't turn out right, so I'm sorry, Nelson.
I get you. I my heart was going out for Nelson in this episode.
I wasn't super into it either. I didn't think there was like a strong thesis statement behind it.
I agree. I think, I don't know. It all sounds, because also I don't have the photo in front of me, and I'm just looking at the description. I'm like, oh, that all sounds so dry. Which I'm sure it wasn't that dry. Maria made lobster mushroom and a chanterelle cabbage wrap.
That sounds good.
I would try that.
Yeah, for sure. Very bright.
Yeah.
A lot of these dishes skewed heavy. That one seemed to like skew a little bit lighter.
I agree. And then Byron made a confit and grilled mushrooms over bulgur. Yeah, bulgur.
I'm probably iffy on it. Like, it didn't look that appetizing. It looked like mushrooms and some gruel, but I'm sure it was much better than that.
Mushrooms are tough because they kind of just look like wet and gray on camera a lot. And someone might be like, these are delicious. And you're like, oh, okay. And then someone might say the same thing is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Don't go to it.
This is controversial, I think, but a hearty grain, most of the time, I'm kind of like, I think especially like, I don't know, it reminds me of like Dig In or Sweet Green maybe.
I agree.
It's not like well prepared or seasoned or anything. It's just kind of like chewy. I don't know. I know it obviously can be prepared better than that, but I don't know.
I agree. I think especially in a challenge like this that's like make mushroom the star, that much of a grain probably like dilutes whatever you're doing.
Absolutely.
What do I know?
Yeah. It should be like a base of something a little bit more
interesting.
Yeah.
On the bottom, Chris, Nelson, and Byron. But on the top, Gabriel, Dawn, and Gabe. And the winner is Gabriel. We got some foie gras heads in that top chef kitchen. Yeah? You take like a glacial pause between.
She's French now.
I French. Je suis French.
Some foie gras boys in the top.
Some foie gras boys. Yeah. Yeah, everyone pop your pronunciation of fifth graph into the chat.
Reich, if I could just rewind briefly to the top of the episode, I did have a question for you that I forgot to touch upon, which is they all come into the kitchen and Padma says, "You all seem nervous to see Tom here. Don't worry, he's a fun guy." Now you, some of your audience may not know, are kind of a pun connoisseur.
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about this or not.
I don't know if I've brought it up here. Yeah, I used to be a competitive punter.
So I came up with some alts. And I was wondering,
Sam, you did homework.
And I was wondering if like,
let's go,
because I wanted to punch this up because I didn't think it was very strong.
I absolutely love this.
3 options. You all seem nervous to see Tom here. I, Padma, don't give a shiitake. That's 1.
Okay.
They get better from here.
Naughty.
Oh,
what was that?
I said that was a little dirty, a little naughty.
A little dirty, a little naughty. I love it. You all seem nervous to see Tom here. He won't hurt you. He's not amoral.
Oh,
okay.
baby.
Huh?
Order.
I gotta say, Sam, these are cute as a button.
This is the whole rest of the episode.
Yeah. Oh my God. Everyone fucking leave.
Guys, seriously, you have to stop because I chanterelle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, that was great. You're the king oyster.
Finally, you all seem nervous to see Tom here. To calm down, how about we all do some shrooms?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
it's not quite a pun, I guess. It's more of a, I don't know if it counts.
Maitake is that it does count.
Oh my!
I don't know what your take on that is, but maitake is
just a machine. Just
Portobello. Oh no, you didn't, Reich.
The best part about this is that you each got a glazed look on your faces.
Absolutely
as
dead
you
in
were thinking of what is the subsequent pun I'm going to come up with.
A total.
This took me 15 minutes.
Wow, it's hard. I can't think of any more. Well, maybe I don't know. What are other mushrooms? I can't think of any more to maitake about.
Fantastic. We leave it to the commenters.
Oh my God.
I'm not good at this. Okay.
No, that was actually beautiful. If you guys if you have any more mushroom puns, drop them in the chat. We'll love them. We'll maybe announce some of them on air. We also know, again, possibly Sam isn't allergic to mushrooms because he's liked all these dishes and he hasn't dropped that first.
I'm not allergic to mushrooms.
Wow, this is a real game of Clue.
Yeah. Yeah, Clue had no stakes, right?
Yeah, right.
It's just like Clue. The murder weapon could be any food, and the only victim could be me.
Yeah. Wow. A real, one person trapped in a house and could kill themselves at any moment. Incredible. Okay. For our elimination challenge, we have a very cool task, which is to honor the indigenous tribes in the Portland area, featuring local game and local fish. So like a surf and turf challenge.
This was awesome.
Yeah. And
I don't know enough about indigenous food in general. So I think them on such a big platform, bringing up like regional indigenous food is awesome.
I completely agree. I think I had not really even gotten a proper understanding of even the basics until honestly watching Taste the Nation, which it sucks, to not have that so publicized.
Feels like the show's doing a really good job at this season.
I agree.
They have in subsequent seasons, but what a great use of the platform that also ties squarely into the premise of the show.
Yeah,
I totally agree. I think that's like one thing about the show that's gotten better and better. I think that they present challenges in a way that's like, you get to cook this thing And these are some experts. You can ask them some questions as opposed to like, hey, go cook Japanese food for the first time. And then they go, but I've never eaten Japanese food. And then everything they make is bad.
Totally.
So I love this. They end up doing a knife pull for various game and various fish and kind of get to partner up based on what they see, someone from the other category pull. So we get Gabriel and Nelson on steelhead trout and antelope, Shota and Sarah on smelt and rabbit, Maria and Byron on elk and salmon, Chris and Avishar on deer and sturgeon, and Dawn and Gabe on catfish and bison. Have you guys, and anyone in the chat, are you guys game people? Do you like game?
Do you got game?
Oh,
do you got game and do you like game?
Okay, I have game, yes. And
okay, excellent.
But do I like game? I'm not a big game eater. I guess I'm big into eating whatever is local, so I think that's good. I have extended family that does like deer hunting, and they'll make deer jerky and deer sausage. I've had that. Yeah. It's pretty good. I don't think I would seek it out at a restaurant. I'm also much more of a seafood person than a meat person in general.
Is homemade deer jerky, for instance, like better than the type that you might get at a gas station? I have to assume it is, but like, what does it taste like?
Yeah, it's like meatier, I would say. And I don't really eat a lot of meat in general, but I do feel like, I'm like, he caught it, he cooked it. That's good. That's not factory farming. But yeah, it's much meatier. It's not so dry.
Sure.
I don't think jerky is the perfect way to eat meat, personally.
Sure.
So it's still, when it comes down to it, jerky. But I would say it's definitely better than like store-bought jerky.
Yeah.
I would also like to point out a challenge in season 12 that they did on Top Chef, where they had to cook Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
I think about this all the time.
I think about this all the time.
It's so weird.
They have to cook Thanksgiving dinner for a group of, I forget what tribe it is, but a group of indigenous people that are descendants, these are indigenous people, and then they have to cook for descendants of people on the Mayflower at one Thanksgiving dinner to like reenact a Thanksgiving dinner. I am like, why are you making a bunch of indigenous people?
It's perverse.
Dinner with people whose ancestors conquered and killed their people.
Yeah.
It was unhinged.
So this is a beautiful follow-up and improvement of that challenge. It was truly wild. Okay.
Another 10 years from now, we'll look back at this episode and say, boy, was this
demented. Okay, so here are the dishes that we got. Maria and Byron made green mole elk with a duck potato puree, smoked salmon, and an elderberry sauce. Ooh. This sounded so good. Honestly, any berry sauce to me sounds great.
Duck potato puree.
Duck potato.
Honey, I'm home.
I gotta eat a duck potato. Yeah, Ricky Ricardo comes up. Duck potato puree.
Okay.
Incredible. Avishar and Chris make grilled sturgeon with venison and duck potato croquettes, a mushroom puree, pickled chanterelles, and a sturgeon caviar.
Ooh, honestly, all of these dishes
they
were
all
so good.
Yeah, this one I would say is like there's a lot going on.
Yes,
it sounds good. Gabe
I'm sorry. I just also want to say, similar to how Sam is about foie gras, I am kind of about caviar. I think caviar is very, very rarely a welcome invitation on a dish that is not just like a Bellini with caviar on it, or like like sushi specifically made with like roe or something like that. I think that a lot of times people put it on to seem like fancy and be like, there's caviar on it. Yeah. And I think, I'm like, caviar tastes fishy. So I don't know if just like a little dollop of fishy on top of something else is always a hit for me.
Sam, people in the audience want to know, are you allergic to duck potatoes? Have you had a duck potato and are you allergic to
Can you imagine if one of the things highlighted on this sheet of paper was
Oh my
duck
God,
potatoes?
the green screen thing is
It's like my doctor would be like, "This is never going to come up."
Yeah.
But you have to know.
The person on this episode said these are extremely like difficult to dig up, and we just dug all these up. But
Yeah.
Sam, you need to know.
But I will say that because we're here, that so the way they do these tests is you're allergic 1 through 5 or 5+. If it's 5+, they want to do a blood test because they're like, you're pretty allergic to this thing, but we want to know exactly how allergic.
Okay.
And I am a 3 allergic to white potatoes, which I have often.
Wow.
And how do you feel after you eat a white potato? Wow. Is that something you observed?
I think part of the reason I'm doing this is that like most of the time after I eat, I feel like a little So it's like, what's going on here exactly? So who knows? That could be part of the reason why.
Okay, wow, folks. We've got the first single off of Sam's album. It is White Potato. Wow.
There's only one thing on this list that is heartbreaking.
Oh my God. Can that be the last one we reveal?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. So we've got white potato. Stream that on your now. It's up right now. Listen to it. The music video is awesome. Incredible. Beautiful.
God, I'm sorry, Sam.
Magic. Can you eat?
Oh, that's okay. What's that?
What about like French, like prepared, like fried, like kind of?
That's
the truth is, I
know it's a potato.
I think at 3 allergic, you could decide just to do it every once in a while. You know what I mean?
What I am saying, Jordan, I didn't mean to scream at you, but like, so I'm allergic to edamame, but I can eat tofu, even though it's like really because it's like pretty processed.
I see.
I didn't mean to freak out at you, Jordan. I never mean to freak out at you, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Okay.
Hey, Jordan. I don't want to speak for Reika. I think she meant to yell at you.
I
think it was vindictive.
I know, Sam, and we're gonna have a talk about this in the
episode. It's like, what more is like meant? Like she made it happen, like within her body, like muscles contracted and it happened.
Yeah, and now she's trying to get sympathy with the fans.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get me down,
please. Stupid. Okay, great. So moving on, Gabe and Dawn made bison tenderloin with catfish and a pumpkin seed mole.
Ooh.
I gotta try pumpkin seed mole. I am so curious about that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I also think that Gabe is totally right. I mean, fried catfish, one of my favorite foods, but I think we see catfish fried so typically people rarely cook it in other preparations, maybe other than like blackened. Yes. So I think it was nice to see something totally different be done with it because it is a really delicious fish.
I agree. Okay, sorry. Gabriel and Nelson made crispy skin steelheads, antelope, chanterelles, and berries.
This sounds good.
It sounds fun. I think like if I was like looking at all of these, it's like maybe among the least interesting.
Sure.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay, and then we have Sarah and Shota who made smoked smelt crusted rabbit loin with smoked smelt, kabocha squash puree, and pickled smelt.
Smelt 9 ways.
Truly, like a buffet of smelt.
Yeah.
Forgive
me for this question. What is smelt exactly?
Let's Google a picture. Let's get a visual here.
Yes, but to my knowledge, smelt is like an anchovy or a sardine.
This is like the necklace of fish. It's like so shiny.
It's a small kind of bony fish that's very salty. They're very good for you. And I think this was probably the easiest fish to have because unlike some of the other ones, you can work it into a vinaigrette. They did so many things with it because it is like an anchovy.
And I do love anchovies, so I think I would love smelt.
Okay, wow.
Are you talking are you straight up going for an anchovy or do you like them like on pizza?
I'm an anchovy slut. I mean, like there's this beautiful white box anchovy. I'm now forgetting exactly what they are, what the brand name is, but I'll totally just eat those right out of the package, out of the olive oil. Love them on a salad. Really, really liven up a salad. Ooh, you know what's really good?
Please tell.
Is just toast and butter and anchovy. But if you want to get real British, and I recommend you do, crumpet, butter, and anchovy.
Wow.
Okay, and Sam is part British. Is that how you say it?
Yes, my mother is British. Yes.
So this is real advice.
I am 50% British, and I still can't stand Marmite. So whatever that gene is, I didn't get it, but I got the crumpet gene.
Okay. Wow. May I say, Sam, if you're in LA, I'm sorry, I'm giving restaurant recs right and left today, but if you're in LA, an incredible anchovy dish is there is an anchovy pizza at Pizzeria Mozza, owned by Nancy Silverton, who is regularly a judge on Top Chef. But it is just their crust, their sauce, anchovies, like really nice anchovies that are put on after the pie is cooked, and then I think some Calabrian chilies. And it's what my mom like wants on her birthday. She's a big anchovy head too, and it's like one of her favorite things. So you gotta go.
Oh, incredible.
You guys will be happy to know there's a big fish chat happening right now. Everyone's popping off with their favorite fish. Let's go. I'll say that when I ate fish, I loved shrimp.
Yeah, I mean, y'all know I'm a shrimp pervert, anyone who's watched the show before, but I'm also a huge fan of catfish and monkfish.
Ooh, you like them cheeks?
I love the cheeks. I like a big, hearty, solid, fatty fish.
Yeah. Okay. So we hop over to judges' table. On top, we've got Gabe and Dawn and Shota and Sarah. Okay. And the winners are Shota and Sarah. We knew. I just feel like, so Shota, Sarah, and Gabe are in my top 3. And one of the reasons I picked them for my top 3 is it seems like they are consistently going to the judges' table with stuff the judges have never tasted really or like thought about.
Yes.
And that is
playful.
So cool. Yeah, they're very
also playful. I think stuff that doesn't even seem that hard for them. Like none of them feel like they're like, oh, that was so like crazy. I just made it by the skin of my teeth. It feels like everything. They're like, yeah, whatever. I just like churned this out. So I'm really excited to see what they do.
Me too.
Like a finale.
I want to see those 3 people in a finale. And Dawn, and I mean, honestly, everyone in my top 5 I want to see in a finale. Yeah. But I really want to see,
Because you want to win.
Yeah, I want to win. I want to win. I mean, Sam and I each put in $10,000.
You had to borrow $10,000 for me to do this.
Yes, I said it's an emergency. I could die. Beautiful. So our winners are Sarah and Shota. On the bottom, Avishar and Chris, Gabriel and Nelson, Byron and Maria. I was really like sweating on this one because I was like, oh no, it's a double elimination. Yeah. Any pair of these people who go home is a bummer to me.
Now, do you think I don't watch as a matter of policy, Last Chance Kitchen.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I need to talk about that after you go. But yeah.
But do we know if Gabriel worked his way back into the fold?
We do know if he did or not. We do.
Can we talk about it?
We absolutely can. So let's say eliminated was Gabriel and Nelson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Last Chance Kitchen. Can I tell you what happened?
Yes, please.
Okay. So first challenge, and you're noticing I'm saying first, make a dish inspired by the first dish you ever cooked. Jamie's first dish was, I believe, oh gosh, I didn't write the actual dish, but the main component was rice. Gabriel's was an omelet. So they gave Jamie rice and Gabriel eggs. Like, make something with these. I was like, in 35 minutes, I was like, can someone pre-cook Jamie's rice? That's just so much harder to me. I literally don't know how she did that.
Just by the time you wash rice and get it on the stove.
I'm like, Gabriel's thing is eggs. There's something called a 6-minute egg. Yeah. Jamie has to make a rice. So they do this challenge. Gabriel makes filet mignon corn custard with a porcini and anchovy butter. Okay, are you allergic to any of those things, Sam?
Say it again.
Filet mignon, corn custard, porcini, and anchovy butter.
Not corn, Sam. Tell us it's not corn.
If it's corn, well, Jordan and I might die.
No. I think I'm all good.
Oh.
Okay. And Christine has reminded me Jamie's first dish she remembers making was fried rice. Thank you, Christine.
Yes.
Okay, great. So then Jamie made a peasant-style lapchang crispy fried rice with lemon juice and apple slaw. That sounded so fucking good.
Wow.
And Jamie won.
Jamie won.
And then Tom said, by the way, I got something else to show you guys. And he
did he say it just like that? That's so weird.
Like that.
It was crazy. And you know how you didn't see the previous episode, Sam, but Padma got to like flex her acting skills. This was sort of Tom doing like a fun character.
Sure.
Then he says, you guys that are still eliminated. So Roscoe, Sasha, Brittany, Gabriel. Oh, here's what, sorry. Because Nelson couldn't return to the competition because of his injury. His knee hurt too badly.
He said for his family and his career, he had to just take care of himself and go home, which I think must
he
be
didn't
really,
compete
really
in Last
hard.
Chance Kitchen.
Wow,
Really
that injury must have been like worse than.
And it happened on a fruit challenge.
Yeah, I hope Top Chef is taking care of him.
Me too, because that fucking sucks. I was really sad that he had to, I feel like he could go really far. So he didn't get to do Last Chance Kitchen. So as a result, that's when Tom's like, here's what I do. He takes all the people left and he's like, you were going to do a 5-way contest. There will be one more person let back into the competition. So then they are told to make a great dish that says you deserve to be here with whatever is left in the pantry. And
so Gabriel pulls out a massive foie.
Yeah, he does that foie and he microwaved it. Roscoe made farro and shrimp served gullah style with pancetta, which sounds great.
Wow.
Kiki made sardines and preserved lemon yogurt with a chermoula green sauce and a pomegranate relish. I will say the thing Gabriel made, I'm sure it was good, but he was like, I have just been getting really into salads. I was like, oh no. So he made a watermelon and tomato salad with smoked feta. I'm sure it was good.
It's like when I got into food, the first thing that I ever like made to impress anyone was a watermelon basil feta salad.
This is really rude, but that's like what Anthony teaches you to make on Queer Eye. Because he's like, oh, you don't know how to cook? You should make this thing that has 3 things in it.
Yeah, and Tom did say it was good, but ultimately we're all kind of like...
Yeah.
Just a strange choice. Brittany made pork schnitzel with a caper lemon brown butter sauce and a celery salad.
Damn. She made a salad and
a watermelon salad on top. And then Sasha made ricotta cavatelli with a harissa chili and tomato sauce and a fontina espelette garnish.
Ooh.
I was like, making pasta in whatever 30 minutes is cuckoo.
That's downright.
Yes, this dish didn't look particularly great to me, but it
looked like a pasta dish you order from Domino's. Honestly,
100%. My dad makes me go to these free retirement dinners with him, where you get like an hour lecture about a retirement plan and you get a free dinner. So I actually saw my dad for the first time since January of last year, since pandemic. Last week, and the first email I get from him is like, we're going to this, and it was one of these, and I haven't been to one since I was like in high school. And so we go. He's like, it's a good restaurant. I'm like, have you been there? I think he said no. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We go. The pasta dish they gave me was every random vegetable thing you can think of on a plate, and then he's like, well, that's what you get. Like, it's ellipsis for being a vegetarian. That's what this dish looked like. It was like the free retirement dinner you get when they kitchen sink, whatever leftovers are left. Truly, it was wild. But she won. So Sasha is back in the competition.
Delicious.
They said it was delicious. And Sam, someone in our bracket picked Sasha in the top 5. So they got out when Sasha got eliminated.
Huge bounce.
Now, listen, and
Can you say who it is?
You can say if you want. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I'll type it in the chat.
Right.
It feels rude.
Cool.
But if it was Mike Trap and I was just like, no, no, I don't want to tell anyone. It's too secret. Oh my God, Morgan, thank you for coming. Wow. We really appreciate everyone sticking around for this.
Morgan, welcome to Los Angeles.
Yes, welcome to LA, Morgan. Eat at all these food places. Yes, so this was truly wild. Again, pop questions in for Sam. We're kind of wrapping up. So if you got those last minute questions, if I didn't answer any of them, because I will admit I've missed a lot, pop them in the chat. Sam, have you been allergic to anything we just listed in Last Chance Kitchen?
It's total. I mean, yes.
Okay.
But I'm
Faro, shrimp, pancetta, sardines.
Do you want me to? Should I rattle them off?
Yeah. And maybe if you wanna do it dramatically, if you want to give us little hints and clues, like do it your style. This is your album.
We'll save suspense best for last. Now, mind you, just because I'm allergic, I was not a 5+ allergic to any foods.
Okay.
So I could technically still consume plenty of this stuff and be fine. So don't feel too sorry for me.
Okay. Yes.
I am quite allergic to mold.
Okay, wait. So fungus, maybe just a far cry away. We're not too far off. Mold. Fungus.
Yeah, I think mold is mold.
No, I think it's sort of similar.
Is anyone not allergic to mold?
I actually
particularly allergic to it if you've had long exposure to it. In other words, your immune system acts up, and then when you have minor exposure later in life, you have a more severe reaction.
I see.
Because your immune system's already worked out. I am a 4 allergic to grape, 4 allergic to watermelon, which we mentioned, 4 allergic to pork, 4 allergic to lobster, which I sort of knew. 3 allergic to navy beans, 3 allergic to white potato, 4 allergic to olives, can't stand them, totally fine. 3 allergic to mustard, 4 allergic to nutmeg, 3 allergic to mackerel, 3 allergic to pear, 4 allergic to coconut, Reka, imagine. 3 allergic to hazelnut, 3 allergic to almond. And the last one I am a 4+ allergic to, and it's really heartbreaking. So the question is, can you guess what it is? I'll give you a hint. It's a fruit.
Banana.
No.
Apple.
No.
Orange.
No, it's worse.
Strawberry.
Tomato.
No. Think about something that's
avocado.
No. Think about something that's instrumental.
Garlic.
You zest it.
Lemon.
It's lemon. Isn't that the worst possible thing?
Wow. RIP you adding brightness to a dish.
All right, exactly. RIP me just like giving it a little bit of the citrus kick that it needs.
Okay, Sam,
I guess I'm an orange zest boy for forever.
Yeah, it's not all citrus, it's just lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, but that also makes me ask, it's not all beans, it's just navy beans?
Listen, yeah, lima beans, totally fine. I mean, I think what it is like darker beans versus lighter beans.
Oh, it's like a kidney bean you would be bothered by.
Correct.
But a chickpea is fine.
For instance, like white potato shouldn't do, sweet potato can do. Kind of interesting.
This makes me sick.
I know.
Everyone in the
literally
chat
makes me sick.
Oh no. Everyone in the chat is upset.
That Reika and I will never take one of these tests, and Reika and I will just eat what makes us feel bad until the day we die. So never expect to see this on an episode again. Okay.
You'll never ever when I moved to New York, I'm sorry, this is making the episode a little long. When I moved to New York, I all of a sudden when I would eat apples, my whole mouth would itch and burn. And I was like, what is this? Because I've never had allergies before. And then people are like, oh yeah, you're allergic to the skin of apples. I'm like, okay. Like, and it kept making my throat itch. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So then I started taking the skin off. I'm like, okay, I guess I eat like a baby now. And then when I moved here, it stopped.
Isn't that interesting? I wonder, there's got to be an environmental component.
Absolutely allergic to the pesticides on the apple.
I think I am. Okay, but riddle me this, and riddle me this, everybody. I have been a vegetarian since I was 12. Or 11. I'm 31. It's been 20 years. Yeah. I was eating edamame. I was drinking soy milk, living like a queen.
Yes.
Then in New York, again, I had edamame at some free food event.
Yeah.
And the next day, I got laryngitis and lost my voice for a few days. I didn't connect the two.
Wow.
Then maybe a couple months later, I bought soy milk for like my coffee and stuff. And I think I just drank a glass of it too. And the next day I got laryngitis and lost my voice. And I was like, this is so weird. I've never lost my voice before. And now I've lost it like twice in a year. And I kind of just went backwards and was like, I remember having edamame. Oh, I remember having soy milk. Whoa. And I looked it up, and sometimes people can have an allergic reaction that like acid reflux basically just kind of fries your vocal cords.
Yes.
In essence. What the fuck? I'm a vegetarian. I've been eating, I can eat tofu. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, you can develop an allergy.
But I don't want
to. You can. But also, you know, like, I don't know, this is a total rabbit hole, but like right now I'm trying to get to the bottom of some like symptoms and stuff that no one can identify. I've been to 5 specialists. I've got like complete workup, and everybody's like, the good news is like, you seem perfectly healthy. The bad news is we know what it's all about.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of times when you can't figure it out, it turns out that it's like an allergic response to something.
Okay, Jordan.
Yeah, okay. Let's just say it. I have irritable bowel syndrome, and I shouldn't be eating any foods, okay?
Yes.
But I'm not a coward.
Yes.
I'm not going to let food defeat me. I defeat food.
That is correct.
And what am I going to do? Eat nothing? Suck on an ice cube every day? No.
Right.
And I think if you have a really severe food allergy, I totally respect that. If you're choosing to not eat something, I totally respect that. Please also respect my decision to feel awful all the time.
Yes, absolutely. It's very it's up to you. It's like, what can you bear with?
Yeah.
What can you bear with? How much diarrhea can you stand?
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely. Exist. Hashtag
yeah. The limit does not exist. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. And Sam, I will say before we kind of wrap up, if you are cooking something savory like a curry and you need a lemon replacement and you're like, no, lime doesn't feel right, and neither does an orange, I will say there's an Indian spice called amtur, which is ground up dried mango.
Ooh.
And I add that to a lot of stuff for a citrusy bright kick. It's my favorite spice.
Ooh, we are going to text after this.
Absolutely. I love it.
Before we wrap up, do you need to know my dish?
Yes, please.
Oh, baby, that's part of the wrap up. What would you make to compete with our winning dish, our big smelt fest?
So I love comfort food, but I don't eat a lot of meat these days. And I'm generally kind of offended by the concept of surf and turf now, just given it's like we should all be eating a little bit less meat if you do eat meat. It's like, how about 2 meats instead of 1? It strikes me as a little gauche. So if I'm forced to do it, I want to come up with a version of surf and turf where meat is actually not the star of the dish. Took inspiration from those potatoes. Hear me out. A poutine with lobster and beef tongue, with cheese curds, beef gravy, and you know what? Let's throw in, for a citrus kick, a little bit of what Reich just recommended.
I'm sure. Wow. I love that.
Wow. I love poutine.
Come on now.
Wow. Okay.
That sounds delicious. And poutine with a lobster. Oh, and I don't eat a lot of meat either, but I love beef tongue.
Okay. That sounds beautiful. Wow. Simply one last thing to talk about, which is, am I allowed to say it? No? Okay. Sorry. The guys just cleared it.
Am I allowed? Should I listen?
Yeah, you can listen.
Okay.
Sam, you are top chef.
Oh, it's an honor, because I am down $10,000. I need the money.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Talk Chef. Again, we will be donating to Heart of Dinner all season long. If you want to donate and you want us to put it towards our tally at the end of the season, pop those donations into Jordan's Venmo at JORDANMYR1CK. That info is in the chat. It is in the description of the video. Again, if you're like, I want them tax benefits, you can donate on your own and DM us the receipt. And then third option, if you're like, fuck you, I'll donate on my own and not tell you. Cool. That's fine too. Guys, wow, what an incredible episode. We had a whole LP drop. Incredible.
Rick and Jordan, thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to return on Talk Chef Champions.
Yes, we're gonna do what Top Chef does in every 3 seasons, do an all-star season where we just invite the same people back all the time so that we don't have to cast.
Everybody wins.
Woo! All right. See you guys next week for a very special guest.
Next week is huge.
Bye.